Esteemed panels, dearly beloved CIs and classmates, a good day to you all. We are the BSN 3B Group 1A. I am Renee Grace Abunda, and together with me are Neljon Jonna Blau, Michael Adapon, Arame Aristidita, Gabriel Therese Valibalos, and Samer Hasikara. We are going to present our research study entitled Social Isolation and Mental Health of Nursing Students During the COVID-19 Pandemic. Social isolation, according to Farlex, is the state of separation or being alone. Due to the pandemic, we are propelled to do distancing, which may lead to social isolation. A survey of young minds had 2,111 participants, where 83% stated that their mental health conditions worsened due to the pandemic. Quarantine in adults generally has a negative psychological effect due to the social isolation that they may feel. Our study aims to bridge the gap on whether social isolation has a significant association with mental health.
For the objectives in this study, we would like to answer the following questions. What is the demographic profile of Level 3 nursing students on social isolation and their mental health during the COVID-19 pandemic and their group according to age, sex, location, and connectivity? What is the degree of social isolation among nursing students when assessed according to the following area, such as level of isolation? What is the degree of mental health among nursing students when assessed according to the following area, such as self-assessment, connectivity, and support system? Is there a significant association in social isolation of level 3 nursing students when grouped according to the aforementioned variable? Is there a significant association in social mental health of level 3 nursing students when grouped according to the aforementioned variable? Is there a significant association between social isolation and the mental health of level 3 nursing students during the COVID-19 pandemic? The results of this study will be greatly benefited to the following. For the school administration, may be able to take proper action and adjustments with new learning program. The students will be able to raise their concerns, addressing the needs in the aspect of mental health and the negative effect of social isolation. The College of Nursing may be able to make changes to their methods on delivering the curriculum and will be aware on the mental status of the students. The guidance office will be more aware and can take proper adjustments in dealing and counseling the mental issue towards the students. The Student Affairs Council may be able to help in making new programs in addressing the needs and the aspect of mental health issue and social isolation. The parents will be more aware of the mental status of their children and thus may be able to make proper support system for them. For the future researchers will be able to expand their knowledge and understanding related to social isolation and the mental health of nursing students.
For the theoretical and conceptual framework, we will be utilizing four theories. Pepla's theory of interpersonal relation, where it states that a person is a developing organism that tries to reduce anxiety caused by the needs of external forces. Social psychological theory of loneliness, where loneliness is a perceived as a social deficiency existing when one's social relationship is less satisfying than desired. Erickson's stages of psychosocial development implies that there is a predetermined order of personality development according to age group. And Goffman's theory of social interaction, emphasizing the significance of face to face interaction affecting one's perception and behavior. Assessment will be done to level 3 nursing students according to their age, sex, location, and connectivity. Further assessment will be done to their level of isolation, self assessment, connectivity, and support system to determine the degree of association between social isolation and mental health.
Hypothesis statements: there is no significant association in social isolation of level 3 nursing students when grouped according to the following variables: age, sex, location, and connectivity. There is no significant association in mental health of level 3 nursing students when grouped according to the aforementioned variables. There is no significant association between the social isolation and the mental health of level 3 nursing students during COVID-19 pandemic. Methods. For this study, we use quantitative research design to determine the results. The participants of the study are level 3 nursing students with a sample size of 125 participants. Instrument. The grid and scales jury validation form was utilized to rate the content validity of the test. Validity rating was 3.67, which indicated a very good content validity. Convex alpha was used to measure the reliability of the questionnaire, and the result indicates a reliability index of 0.890, which indicates that the instrument is valid and reliable.
Data gathering procedure. Data is planned to be gathered through survey questionnaires made by the researchers and answered by the participants. Survey questionnaires will be used and given through Google Forms. Participants will be contacted personally by the member assigned. Statistical treatment. For problem 1, frequency and percentage were made use on the demographic profile of level 3 nursing students. For problems 2 and 3, mean was made use for the degree of isolation among nursing students when assessed according to level of isolation and self-assessment. For problems 4 and 5, chi-square was made use for the significant association between social isolation and mental health of level 3 nursing students and their profile variables. And for problem 6, Pearson R was used on the association between social isolation and mental health of level 3 nursing students. Ethical considerations. Researchers will provide informed consent prior to the study. RA 10173 protects persons from unlawful processing of personal data.
Our results show that the demographic profile majority of the third-year nursing students are within the age range of 20 to 24 with a percentage of 94.4%. Female population ranked higher in number with a percentage of 72.8%. Those within Bacolod City are 60% and majority of the participants have a limited connectivity and device with a percentage of 68.8%. For table number 2, the degree of social isolation shows that participants expressed strong levels of isolation. Table number 3 shows the degree of mental health, which states that participants are inclined to feel emotionally or mentally strained. They rely on their connectivities to aid their mental health. They also have reliable support systems during the time of pandemic.
The table shows a summarized account of our results. There is no significant association in social isolation with the aforementioned variables. Due to all their respective p-values being greater than 0.05, therefore, the variables don't directly contribute to social isolation. The next table shows results whether there is a significant association of mental health with the aforementioned variables, and basing on the table being presented, it can be noted that there is still no significant association in the mental health with said variables. With their p-values all being greater than 0.05, this means that the variables do not directly contribute to mental health.
Significant association of the level of social isolation and mental health. It indicates that the hypothesis was rejected. With a p-value of 0.000, it shows that indeed there is a significant relationship between the social isolation and the mental health of level 3 nursing students. It implies that as respondents isolate themselves from people, there is an effect towards the mental health of an individual. As supported by the study of Usher, Baller, and Jackson in 2020, the effect of social isolation to individuals can become a catalyst for many mental health issues. With this, we can state that as the degree of social isolation increases, mental stress of the nursing student also increases. Generalization of findings. Majority of the nursing students are 20 to 24 years old, female, and living within Bacolod City. About 94% have access to internet and devices. Students express strong levels of isolation, feel emotionally and mentally strained, express that they can rely on their connectivities to aid their mental health, and believe that they have moderate, reliable support system. Factors such as age, sex, location, and connectivity does not have significant association to the student's social isolation and mental health respectively. However, those who are isolated will more likely to experience negative psychological impact. Social isolation and its association to mental health is even more prominent during pandemic. Significance to nursing education. Taking into consideration that there is an association with the level of isolation and mental health of a nursing student, this may state that the level of isolation is crucial to the perception of one's mental health.
The summary of recommendation, the students must become actively informed and participative in designing of new program that will aid their mental health.
For the College of Nursing, must review and make changes to their methods delivering the curriculum.
The guidance office must enact programs that will tackle the management of stress as well as self-awareness.
The Student Affairs Council must create sequential process in various platforms that would aid in voicing out the concerns.
For the parents and guardians, they must become more aware of the current situation and condition of the students. First and foremost, we would like to give our praises and thanksgiving to God for a shower of blessings throughout our research work. Furthermore, the researchers would like to express their deep and sincere gratitude to Dr. Shaila Tejera, Dr. Nefertiti Gosingfiao, and Mr. Glenn Toledo for instilling us the knowledge in conducting this research study and as well providing insightful feedback. For our evaluators, Ms. Christine Condes, Mr. O.J. Jimenez, and Ms. Sarah Jane Rosales, who had given their time and effort in evaluating our instruments. Words are not enough to express how grateful we are for Mr. Joshua Yaun in his contribution in the aspects of statistics. Lastly, we would like to give our deep appreciation to our family for their continuous support in our education. These are the references utilized by the researchers. And thus concludes our presentation. The group is now open for question and clarification.